again to the second part of this beautiful set. Last week we made the sweater and now we're gonna make this gorgeous hat. The set look amazing and I hope you guys like it and give it a try. And here is the list of materials you're gonna need to make it. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and click on the little bell and you will get the notification each time I upload a video. Remember, I do my videos in Spanish and English, so if you receive a Spanish video, you go to my channel and you will find the English version of that video. I'm making two playlists, Spanish and English, so I'm trying to separate the Spanish in one playlist and the English in another one. So let's start to make this beautiful hat. To make this hat, I will use some leftover yarn that I had from when I did this sweater. This is a leftover yarn sweater and it looks amazing. I did this tutorial already, so I will leave the link in here just in case you don't see this tutorial. You're gonna see an eye. Click on the eye and you will see the link. And at the end of the video, I always leave links for other tutorials. So I'm gonna use some leftover yarn that I have here that I created this ball, and this little bit that I have from this row that I did. I will do a row as well with this to tie it all together. And I will use exactly the same crochet hook, a 10mm crochet hook. Something else you're gonna need is tapestry needle and scissors, and a pom-pom maker or a piece of cardboard to do a pom-pom if you want to do a pom-pom for your hat. So I'm gonna start with a slip knot, and I'm gonna crochet some chains, and I will measure around my circumference of my head, so around my forehead, my ears, but a chain that is not too loose, okay? Otherwise the hat will fall off. So I'm gonna do this and I will let you know how many chains I will do for mine. I did 42 chains. Now I'm gonna come to the first one, making sure that they are not twisted, and I'm gonna come to the first one and I'm gonna do a slip stitch, and this is the circumference for my hat. You're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and you're gonna do a double crochet on top of each double crochet, and you'll do this hat like a little over half an hour, so very quick because the yarn is very thick and the hook is big as well. Okay, so I will meet you here at the end of this row. I'm gonna finish the first row with a slip stitch, not on the third chain but on top of the first double crochet. You're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and in the same space of that double crochet but just in the back strand, you're gonna do your double crochet. Now you're gonna do a double crochet on top of each double crochet, but only in the back strand. When we did the sweater, we work in the front strand. Now we're working in the back strand because the sweater we did the right side and the wrong side. This one we are working just in the right side of the hat. So you're gonna do this all the way around, and I'll meet you here at the end of this row. Something that I wanted to mention, if you don't see in the video of the sweater, is that this yarn is bulky 5. So if you use for the hat and sweater a medium 4, the result don't gonna be exactly the same because remember this is a bulkier yarn. Now I'm gonna grab one of my new balls and I will show you which type of yarn is this one. This is the type of yarn, it's Loops and Thread Charisma, and it's bulky 5, and the hook that they recommend is 8mm, so I'm using a 10mm crochet hook. So all this leftover is from last Christmas when I did all my hats, plus from other projects before. I have leftover and I created these balls and I'm using them now. So this is the type of yarn. If you don't have leftover, you can use a brand new ball. Well, more than one for the sweater and with one for the hat. So you're going to continue doing double crochet and top of each double crochet in the back strand all the way to the end. I'm gonna finish this row with a slip stitch. I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3 chain, and on top of the double crochet is where you're gonna do again your slip stitch. And by doing the slip stitch on top of the first double crochet and no in the third chain, your work will go straight. You know how sometimes when you, or most of the time when you do the slip stitch on the third chain, the seam, it turns a little bit, you know, it curves. So this way you'll have a straight work all the way to the end. Now I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and the same space at that chain 3 space and that double crochet. I'm going to do another double crochet, but this time I don't going to work this strand. I'm just going to do a double crochet in each double crochet. You see those 2 strands, you're going to grab those 2 strands and this row. And like this you're going to work all the way around until the end of this row. And I start to look like this. I'm going to finish with my slip stitch on top of the first double crochet. And if you look the work, the chains are nice and straight. So again, those are the 2 repetitions that we're gonna do until we have the desired length. In one row you're gonna work the strand, the back strand like this, and in another row just a regular double crochet. So now we're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, yarn over, and we're gonna work the first double crochet in the back strand of this first double crochet where we did the slip stitch. You always have to work one there, otherwise you'll be decreasing. So you're going to do a double crochet on top of each double crochet, but only in the back strand at that row. In the next row you will do just a regular double crochet in both strands. Okay, and like that you're going to continue until you have the desired length. I'm going to work mine off camera, and I will let you know how many rows I will give to mine. Remember, this is a very thick yarn, so it will be fast. I'm going to measure this, that way you know the length that I have already. So the length for, I want mine to be like a slouchy. It will be a little like 23 centimeters, give or take. Probably a little more, less, I don't know, until I try it on. So that's why I'll let you know how many rows I will give to mine for my slouchy. So this measure exactly those 3 rows and measure 8 centimeters exactly. So when I do the 4th one and measure 10.2 centimeter, 0.3 centimeter. You see how fast that go? So in no time this hat will be done. Any beginner can make this hat because it's just working a slip stitch and working in the round. So this little pepper I bought it at the dollar store. Is for storing pepper in the fridge. When you cut the pepper and then you have the other half, you store it here, put it in the fridge. So I bought it for my needles and markers and measurement tapes and row counter. So it's very useful. They have onion as well, and I have first was a lemon, but it fell and it broke because it's a very brittle plastic. So I recommend this for your little pieces. So I'm going to continue working in the round with a double crochet on each strand in the back, and then the next one regular double crochet until I have the desired length. After my 5 row, I'm gonna do one of these. Forgot to mention that I want to do one of these. And then what I did, I cut this one, and then with this one I'm gonna do a slip knot, and then I'm gonna pass through that loop like this, and then I'm gonna pull this one to tie that here, and then I'm going to tie these two tails together, and later I'll lose those tails, or I'm going to lose it as I work and secure the end that I will leave at the end here. You'll see. So like that, and then you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and you work your stitch how you're supposed to. You know, here is then the back strand, so you go to the first back strand here and loosen those two tails as you work. Like this. And then when you finish this row, you'll do exactly the same, but with this one, attaching this one. So in here you're going to do exactly the same. Let me show you one more time. You're going to do your slip knot. Always do your slip knot, that way your work is nice and secure. And you pass it through here. You're going to pull this one to make it tight. Do a couple of knots in this one here, and you're going to lose that tail as you did the other one. And you're going to continue working with this one, but this time you see I work the strand in this one. Now I don't have to work the strand in this one because it's easier, because the type of yarn. And then I will continue until I have my desired length. And look how nice these start to look with the different color of the yarn, just like in the sweater. Here I finish with the length of my hat, and I measured 24 centimeters exactly, and I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rows. Now I'm gonna cut this yarn in here where I have this little knot, and with that I'm gonna close my hat, and with this that I have in here and this little bit, I'm gonna create a pom-pom for my hat. So now I will show you how you're gonna close your hat. Now I'm gonna lose the tails, this one and this one, and I love the hat. You see how easy it is to make a crochet hat. It was in 10 row. We have done our hat. It's really light and it's not bulky, even though the yarn is bulky 5. Since we work with a big crochet hook, that make the stitches loose and airy. And then if you work with a smaller hook, it will be tighter stitch and you have to do more row and it will be heavier. So if you don't want a pom-pom, you can leave it like this. If you want a pom-pom, and then you make a pom-pom, put it on. I'm gonna make a pom-pom and I will show you the end result. With this knitting loom, with the big one, I'm gonna make my pom-pom. This I bought it on eBay. So I separated my yarn. I did 2 groups like this with different color. That way the 2 sides of the pom-pom will have the same color, because I did 1. And if you look at this, you see, you have all these the same and here. And I want to be mixed like this, and once in here like this. Okay? That way I go with the hat. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna do my pom-pom with the biggest the pom-pom maker. Now I'm gonna cut those extra long strand, and I have the result that I wanted, the color mixed, because I don't want a patch one color, you know, like the other one. So it's a little more difficult to do the pom-pom with more than one strand, like you see how I did it. It's a little more difficult to manage, but I love the result that I have for my pom-pom. The strands everywhere, you know, different colors. So now I will fix it and I will show you the end result. Well, this is the pom-pom. It was not easy to do it with all the strand of yarn, like it was a little bit difficult to roll them up, but I love it. I love my pom-pom and my pom-pom maker. I have other pom-pom makers, smaller ones, but nothing like this one. Look at the size of this pom-pom, it's huge. And usually I do them with cardboard, so you don't have to have a pom-pom maker to make a pom-pom. So I bought this little thing to pass the yarn through my needle in eBay. Very cheap. I think it was like 99 cents for 10 or 20. I don't remember, but they are really useful. So now I'm gonna come here, pass it through the top. I really love my pom-pom. Okay, here they are a little. Let me open them up and I pass them through another place. And I'm gonna tie it in the inside. But remember, I record my videos in Spanish and English, so I had to do Spanish. And I'm gonna tie the pom-pom inside, and I'll show you the end result. But look, all the color here match the hat and the sweater. So here's the hat, and the seam is here, 9 and straight. So now I'm gonna put it on and I will show you the end result. Well, this is the end result of the hat, and it looks amazing. Nice and slouchy here. And I love this set. I really can't wait for the cold weather, that way I can put it on. And I know very down south is winter time in many countries, so this will be perfect for them. And I hope you guys like it, and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. And if you make this set or any other project and you want to send me some pictures, you can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Stedman Crochet, or you can find me in my Instagram, Ruby Stedman Crochet. Please share my video with friends and family, that way you help me grow here in YouTube. I wish you have a beautiful day. Bye. And if you don't see yet the video for the sweater, I will leave the link here at the end and the link of other projects.